Welcome, Clobberers, to Clobberin Times Wildfire Wednesday night. While I'm changing it from Wild Card Wednesday night, I'm going to officially change it to Wildfire Wednesday night. And they call me Wildfire because why the hell not? Welcome, everyone. Good to see you, my friends. It is, of course, open geek foolishness tonight, I guess. A few different things here and there to be geeking about, and we'll do that. In this Clobberin Times issue number on YouTube 328, overall 1028. And I am delighted to be here with all you fantastic folks. Speaking of, look who's here. The great J-Man. J-Man, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I'm glad to see you, sir. And Phantom Outsider, what is up, P.O.? Dude, always good to see you, buddy. The Phantom one now. Max Redstone. And I agree with Max Redstone. Morbius was an evil Time Lord. After he was a living vampire, anyway. D-Bud brother, what is up with your bad self, man of iron? Eric Carroll, hey there. The great Canadian wrench, Chris Perzia. The bronze wrencher, Eric K's here. All right, man. Louise X Sparrow, a lovely lady, is here with us. Always nice to be joined by the ladies. Let's see. And we'll shout out anyone else who makes it. Big shout out of gratitude to the great Stone Loki for having me on this channel last night as we reviewed Superman Batman Apocalypse, the animated film, last night, and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed hanging out with him and doing that, as always. Tomorrow night, Clobby's Clubhouse, of course. And, but, well, what's going on? How y'all doing out there today? I'm glad I wasn't 100% sure I would make it tonight with all this bad weather we're having down there, but who knows? It might still get me. It might still come through and knock everything out. But right now, I'm up and running, hanging out with my peeps, as they say. I don't know who says that, and whoever started saying it needs to be smacked around there. But yeah, so it is. We had some bad stuff coming down this way, and apparently, so far, it looks like it missed us. Yeah, it looks like it missed us. So, what to do? I mean, we got to come on after all. Oh my goodness, what have we been doing now? Again, I think my good buddy J-Man. I saw some chat earlier. You're going to be going to see Morbius tomorrow, huh? I can't bring myself to get interested in that one. I didn't go. I go see a lot of crap at the box office at, movie, comics related stuff. I've never had anything against Morbius, the living vampire, or much for him either. I like that first story he appeared in Amazing Spider-Man. Was it 101 or whatever? And around that whole story arc up in there. Oh, that's right, Max. That's right. Last day of TNG on Netflix is tomorrow. That's right. I have to find other means to review it. Starting Friday. Shoot. I can't. I didn't go see. I never liked Venom anyway, so I didn't go see the Venom movies. I didn't. What else is there? I don't know. And so again, this one, not a big Jared Leto guy. Leto, whatever he is. In fact, I don't like him at all. Yeah, DS9's still on there. You're right. You're absolutely right, Max. I don't know what the deal is, but it's damn inconvenient for those of us who use you know Netflix for that sort of thing. Chris says I was worried Clobby might blow a gasket if he watched fake Moon Knight or saw the looks of faux Uhura. Yeah, there's some things to talk about. Matthew Pounder, hey there. Um, I did watch Moon Knight actually. Yes, that's one thing. I'm glad you reminded me. I should have wrote things. I have a few different things to talk about here tonight, but I did watch Moon Knight, and I draw no real conclusions from the first episode because it doesn't give you much to work with as far as drawing a conclusion. Other than I thought it was okay. Um, but look, I thought WandaVision started out okay, and I hate every single one of those Disney Plus TV shows. Every one of them. I ultimately hate. Thought they were all garbage. Garbaggio. So let's see this. WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. So if I'm counting correctly, there are 5 so far. WandaVision, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. So if I'm counting correctly, there are 5. Now this one, 6. They're 0-5. In fact, I did, yes, because I talked about this the other day, and I apologize to you non-sports people to use a sports analogy. But they're 0-5. In football, you're in big trouble, and you have a very, very little, razor's thin chance that you're going to turn it around and get yourself in the playoffs at 0-5. It's happened, but not very often. So I don't see why they're not going to just go 0-6. But I thought that I thought WandaVision started out okay at first and at least promising. I was willing to give it a shot. I was willing to give all of them a shot, and I did give all of them a shot. Only one I couldn't finish was What If because it just got so aggravated. But I sat through and suffered through WandaVision, which got bad in the last half of episodes. Captain America, non-Captain America, Falcon, and Winter Soldier, and low key, and Squawk Eye, not Hawkeye, they should call it. I gave them all a shot and disliked them all. I think they're all losses. They're all bad, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. Some people, miles vary. I get that, but so I'm still giving this one a chance. I'm a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Moon Knight, but I'm certainly someone who likes Moon Knight enough. I like some of the old stuff, in the olds. I kind of like the Doug Mensch, Bill Sienkiewicz run when it was direct sales in the early '80s. That sort of thing. And I just bought a like on Comixology when they had for $1. I bought one of those. That first Epic collection has the first issues that he first appeared in, and then some of those Sienkiewicz one. I mean, so I like Moon Knight fine. I mean, he's just not he's not someone that means the world to me like some of these other characters, of course. So, but he's okay. You guys are hearing me okay, right? I always forget to ask for that all important sound check. I hope you're hearing me all right. So it's just that, I don't know. I could not. I'm not gonna say I could take Moon Knight or leave him. I mean, but I would like it to be a good show. And Oscar Isaac's a good actor. I mean, WandaVision. Like I said, well, J Man, look, I hear you, buddy. I mean, I don't. I thought Max Redstone, you character, you. Hey, Zan Zoltan, good to see you there, my friend. J Man, look, I'm sorry, WandaVision. I love the lovely Sherry The lovely, beautiful Sherry is here. It is always great to see you, lovely one. Thank you for popping in. I'm sorry. I thought Hawkeye was. I mean, maybe less, not as garbagey as the other ones, but it's still to me. That last couple episodes got really bad. It's just not my Hawkeye. I mean, I just think I'm sorry. I think all shows are bad. In other words, in ratio to whether a show has more good than bad, they're all loser. They're all losses. In other words, if again with the sports analogy, and I apologize for the sports analogy, but each one of them consider them like a game in a season, and they scored a few points here and there, but got their butts handed to them in a couple of cases. Played a bit close game for a while, but they lost they walked off the field a loser every time. So 5 times for me, loser every time. Those are not good shows, in my opinion. WandaVision had promise. The last half of it, especially the last 2 episodes, were horrible garbage. All of them are filled with woke trash, ruined by woke trash. Except, Hawkeye was the only one that wasn't completely swamped in woke trash. Just had a little bit in there, and the character of Hawkeye is such a weenie head in the thing. So I just can't get into. I mean, they're all bad to me. So bad to abysmal to horrible. And hey, look, first episode of Moon Knight I thought was okay. I mean, it's just a setup episode. Max, there you go. They're the Lions. Says we all suck in terms of, I mean, yeah, J-Man, look, I'm with you there. Hey, Steve. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm no expert on breathing, but I think I'm doing that. I get your snide commentary, but it's not applicable, dude. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're feeling better, by the way, bud. But yeah, to me, so they're batting down low down there. They have a terrible record. I thought this episode was okay. The first episode of Moon Knight. We all knew what was going to happen. Look, let's face it. It was also extremely predictable. Oscar Isaac, really good actor. Him playing his little, clunky little British dork, after a while got a little bit snidely whiplash. Yes, got a little bit old. Yes, Steve. Well, I can't breathe. Oh no. So anyway. Oh shoot. Long day though. I probably did forget to breathe for a minute there. Yeah, we'll see though. It kind of ended in an interesting way, but I just have this bad feeling. For those who didn't see Moonlight, I'm not spoiling anything for you. If you care about that sort of thing. It just. Well, Louise, I think isn't Oscar Isaac. Have you ever heard him speak in an interview? I think he's all Britishy. I think he's British, but his character's like this, dork. He's playing the Stephen Grant version of the of one of the personas. For those who don't know, Moon Knight, he's got a problem. He's got multiple personality disorder, and one of them is one of them was kind of like a rich aristocrat type dude named Stephen Grant, I believe, who's not acting like that in this. He's also Mark Spector, a mercenary. On the old, in the comic, he was a cabbie, Frenchy or whatever, or whatever he was called, whatever his name was, I don't remember now. But anyway, on this, yes, he opens up. He's a nerdy. He works in some kind of hello, Zachariah. Good to see you. He works in some kind of museum selling toys and stuff. He's a total dork, total nerd type character, and he's really going over the top with it. I thought it was a little bit like, wow, dude, we get it. You're a nerd. We get it. You're like a dork, not even a nerd. Well, don't tell Raquel on me that I was messing those definitions up. Steve, he kind of always was, yeah. Although they really did a lot more with it later, but to various degrees. And of course, Snorty. Hey, Snortipoopas. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. Moon Knight, you know, they've fiddled with his origin quite a bit. But this episode's pretty entertaining. It's very set up. It's the first episode, look, and they're only 6 though, so you don't have a lot of time with 6 episodes, right? But it's pretty entertaining. Oscar Isaac is really good, even though, like I say, he's so over the top with his his British dork character. It's like, oh wow, dude. I mean, we've seen this kind of act before. But it's okay. But we know he's a really talented actor, and we don't know. Again, there's no context to this. Just one episode. Oh, I got you, Snort. Well, it's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing okay. And but by the time we get to the end of this episode, again, there's a slight payoff, but it's always to be continued with these people. Now, if the next episode progresses from there, then that would be nice. And I would say, look, I'm going to try to be as fair to this show as I can. So the first episode, you can't tell anything from it. It's mildly entertaining, and it's setting things up, but put it this way, it gives you nothing to go on to whether where this thing's going to shake out. So we'll see. Like I said, it was mildly entertaining. I hope they go somewhere with it. I hope if the second episode's the usual make or break, because it might either just drop back to doing the same crap they did in the first episode, or it might tell us more. I'm very curious to how much Moon Knight we're actually going to get in a 6-episode show. You get to see him finally as Moon Knight for a second, and the episode is over. So next week, is it going to be the same deal? Like 2 seconds of Moon Knight and the rest him bumbling around, and maybe we'll get to see Mark Spector eventually. At least I'm ready for Mark Spector at minimum. I want Moon Knight, of course, but I'm at least ready for Mark Spector. This version of Stephen Grant is, I don't know. I'm getting a little tired of him already. But again, I like Isaac. Yeah, so we'll see. Ethan Hawke's the baddie in the thing. We'll see what happens. But I can't draw any judgment yet. I thought it was mildly enjoyable, but all setup stuff. Hungry Chewy! What's up, dude? I really appreciate that art you've been sending through. I'd love everyone would love to see that stuff. If you ever want to show it off, I'd be glad to show it. But it's up to you. You could let me know about that later if you want. But I love it. Thank you. Stephen M sent me. Well, I'll see here. Kal-El sent me something, and let's see here. Did I want to show? Talking about Moon Knight, maybe we should talk about the character that inspired him a little bit. Any ideas, says Max, for Ash-Up Vidyas? I would have to know what Ash-Up Vidyas is to have any ideas on it. Hungry Chewy, you said I come in on Moon Knight and they've removed Moon Knight's Jewish background. No, I don't think so. Mashup. Not off the top of my head, but I would like to, but not off the top of my head, Max, but I'm interested in that. Okay, we'll do that, Hungry Boy. Roger. Um, but here's something our buddy. I don't know if Kal-El's here tonight, but he sent me something. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. JT Kirk, hey. On this day, 83 years ago, Batman was introduced to the world through the pages of Detective Comics number 27 by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. And thank you for sending me that, reminding me about that, the great Kal-El. In fact, I should have done if I'd seen that sooner, I would have done a Batman show tonight, but it's an open show tonight. But yes, we'll be Batmaning it soon enough. Well, we've done a little bit of that already. In fact, we did a Batman show a couple of weeks ago. So, but thanks to the great Kal-El for that. Oh, there you are right there, dude. Thank you. Yes, Steve. He's amazing. Hungry Boy is fantastic. Andy Masterson, what's up, brother? Agreed, Matthew. It should be Bill Finger and Bob Kane. Yes, sir. Oh. Let's see. Here, up in here. Now let me see, Max. Let me see if I can get back to what you were asking me. I'm sorry, buddy. Hang on a second. Mashups like the one you sent me the other day. The one I sent you the other day. I have no ideas on it yet, but if you can refresh my memory, which one you sent me the other day, I'd look at it for sure. Well, we all love some Batman, Eric. Love the Bat. Yes, I got it. Thank you so much for that, Cal. I appreciate that, brother. So yeah, those are my basic thoughts on Moon Knight. I mean, it's not. I don't even see any point in giving any kind of detailed review of the first episode because it's so set up. You know, it's so much set up that we'll see what happens. Riker B7. Oh, a Riker? Did you say a Riker Blake 7 mashup? I did not see that. I need to go. Pat S., what's up, bro? If you could tell me what stream you'll be on Friday, Clobberin times, I'll be able to watch you 7 days in a row. Thanks, buddy. I'll probably hanging out with Nick Friday night, or I'm not sure what else. Unless the big DC calls, and I don't mean comic books. But Max, you sent it Monday. I'll check my email. I'm very bad about checking emails, bro. So I've not seen it yet. A YouTube. Okay. Well, I will check it out. I'll check out what it is, and when I get done, then, man, because I'm very bad about checking my email. I check Twitter DMs. I check, stuff like that. Oh, that's right. Nick's off Friday. Hey, Dave. Good to see you, Dave. Wow, I guess I won't be on. Maybe I'll actually get a streaming day off. Because I do stream every single day, dude. 7 days. A few months back, I realized I hadn't really been thinking about it. Well, this has happened a couple of times. I think at one point I got to something close to 50 or more days. It may have been more than 50, where I either was streaming somewhere, whether it was on my channel for my regular streams or as a guest with someone else. And again, I think it got into the 40s or 50s. I mean, days straight. In a row there, as they say. That's happened. Like I said, I think that happened back, I don't know, last summer, whatever it was, or maybe it was, and it's pretty much that way all the time. Let's see here. I'm not sure what the last day was that I didn't do a stream with anybody. It may have been last Tuesday, not yesterday, but the one a week before that. So I do live on the streams, buddy, and that I'm not even sure if that's true. I may have went on someone else's stream then. But you know what's really weird? A very strange thing happened to me today. Who wants to hear about a very odd thing happening to me today? A very, very odd occurrence or a rare occurrence. I'm setting it up like it's a big deal. It's nothing. But for me, yeah, Hungry Boy, now that you mentioned Holly wears braces, what's ever happened to our buddy Stuart Mitchell? Anyone ever see him out there? We haven't seen him in months. And he was, our man who, started up the Holly thing. Anyone see Stuart Mitchell out there? I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him. I don't know. It just made me think of that when I saw the Holly, Holly had braces. Hope he's all right. Okay. Today, I did something that I have not done in a long time. This is going to be the shock of the century. And now that I'm playing it up like that, it won't be that much. Steve. Oh, dude. Now that I'm playing it up that big, it's not going to be that big of a shock. Okay. But I think it will be. In fact, I'm going to request, before I tell you people, since you're my friends and I care about your well-being and your health, I'm going to say that you're all going to need to be sitting down to hear this. It's that shocking. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that when I tell you this, quite frankly, I don't know if you're going to be able to deal with it. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, you're all going to need to be sitting down. You may need to strap yourselves to the chair. And you may need, I want you to all take a deep breath and calm down. When I tell you this thing that I did today, that happened with me today, first of all, you're not going to believe it. You're probably going to think I'm joshing you. You're probably not going to be able to wrap your brain around the concept of it. You're gonna say no way. It didn't. You're lying. You're making it up. Not you. You would never. Your reaction. In fact, look, the shock. Quite frankly, I'm going to warn you up front right now. I'm going to warn you right now because I don't want to be responsible for any injuries here. So I'm apologizing in advance for after I tell you what I did. If any of you have any shock that causes any physical pain or causes you to fall off your chair, Comic Relief Crusader, hey there. If any of you experience any kind of stress, or if the disbelief is so powerful inside of you that you can't really accept it, you may need therapy later. You may need to call an ambulance. I don't know. You may want to have an ambulance on standby. Some of you might want to put 911 just in case. Right now, have your phone ready. When I tell you this, I'm already feeling guilty for the pain that's going to cause you from the shock that you're going to no doubt be feeling. And I really feel guilty about. Have I set it up enough yet? I'm sorry. Okay. But you are going to be shocked. In fact, you may not survive this. Now that I think about it, I may be a mass murderer right now. This may be like a mass killing. Once I say it, there's going to be. I'm probably going to get arrested. They're going to say all these people were listening to this dumb YouTuber, and they all died of shock, and he knew they were going to die of shock, and he said it anyway. So I'm now a murderer thanks to you people. So thanks a lot, guys, for getting me put in jail for murder. Your murders, of course, but still. So here we go. May as well just call the cops on me now. I'm going to shock you so much, you're probably not going to survive it. And if I haven't sold it enough yet, I'm tempted to spend like another 20 minutes doing it, but no, I'll go ahead and tell you now. I'm just having a little fun at you. I went to a comic shop and bought a new comic book, a current comic book today. I told you. Goodbye, guys. It was nice knowing you all. I'm going to miss you all. I'm going to put flowers on your graves. I'm going to definitely do tributes to every one of you that I have now murdered through shock. And I apologize to you, and may God have mercy on your souls for what I've just done to you with that shock. Yeah. Hey, no one fell down yet. Well, I mean, I never said people couldn't buy a new comic book. I mean, don't be mad at me for buying a new comic. It's just that I'm shocked too. You know, Pop Culture Republic, hey there. So far, everyone still survived, looks like. The stuff you guys are putting in the chat's killing me. Oh, crap. I bought a new comic book. Now, you'll all be, now that you've survived it, I mean, I'm so proud of you guys for having the sterner stuff to survive it. Now that you survived it, you can at least take solace in the fact that it was not a Marvel or a DC comic. Feel better? Now you can breathe a little. Because I know if I'd said it was a Marvel or DC comic, I know you'd have dropped right there. And that's why, see, April Fool's is Friday, so that's why I'm not going to stream. Chris? Eric K says Clobby does not buy new comics. What did you do with the real Clobber times? Did I slip into another multiverse for the $5 super chat? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Hell no, I wouldn't put pineapple on pizza. I'm not a communist. Yeah, that's what Phantom Outsider said. I never, I wouldn't put it on pizza, but I've never really seen why it's even an issue. I mean, people put all kind of crap on pizza I don't like. What's one more thing? I like a pineapple here and there, but that's not on a pizza. But people putting it on pizza, I can respect it. Believe it or not, it's just not my bag. I don't see why people get all hissy about it. Some of that other trash they put on pizza, I'm like, yeah. I of course, listen, you all can hear how boring I am. I don't put anything on a pizza but the base stuff. But we gotta have whatever pepperoni or something like that. Gotta have the tomato sauce, of course, and gotta have a lot of cheese. That's it. It wasn't Spawn. Hey, Pat S., them's fighting words, partner. Don't you ever tell anybody I would buy a Spawn comic. No offense to my buddies who buy Spawn comics. Yes. Nancy Kerrigan is on the ground holding her knee crying, why? Oh, so. Yeah, but it wasn't a Marvel or a DC. If that buys me any yeah. No anchovies. No. Ugh. In fact, I had a pizza tonight. It was a store-bought, nothing, but it's pretty good. It was a flat, little thin one there thingy. Actually pretty good. A Walmart pizza, so it wasn't special. Damn, Eric K. You had a better dinner than I have. Wow, dude. Plain cheese for Louise. Oh, yeah, I gotta have too much pepperoni and too much cheese drenched on that sucker. So some of you may or may not know because I go on about it so much all the time. One of my all-time favorite comics. I've done shows about it. I think it's one of the greatest. I mean, I will defend it to the nines. There. I mean, it's one of the greatest comics that's ever come out. Is Kurt Busiek's Astro City. Love it. And about back in around 2018 or so, the ongoing series of it that was being put out by Vertigo ended. And it wasn't as good as some of the early series, but it was still good. It was good, and it was nice to have Astro City. Hi, D-Bud, you did now. Oh, well, good, cool. It was nice to have Astro City. And then it was gone for 4 years. They were going to do a graphic novel. Some crap happened. They couldn't do it. So today, for the first time in 4 years, Astro City, came out. It was a one-shot, called That Was Then. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, but it's by Image now. It's an Image again, as it was when it first started in the 90s. So it's not Marvel or DC or anything, and it's creator owned, of course. There were a bunch of crappy variant covers that I didn't touch. I love. Again, I'm just one of the huge. This is one of the greatest comics ever made, in my opinion. Last year I did a big show celebrating the 25th anniversary of it. And so I'm just a huge fan of Astro City. I just adore the comic. At its weakest, the weakest issues of Astro City are better than any of that crap on the screen, on the stands and stuff. And this new one, it was just a short one shot, first one in 4 years. It was okay. It wasn't again up there anywhere where any of the best ones or anything like that. But it was nice to get it, and hopefully there'll be another one soon. It'll be a little bit of a while, but we'll get more eventually for those of us who are fans of it and who've been looking forward to this. But again, obviously, it's not much, but it's the first one in 4 years, so I was pretty happy. And at the same time, I bought two things, though, because released today, this new one, which again was called That Was Then, which I think Brent Anderson and the other guys did a pretty good job on the art on this one. Improved. Oh, I did? Your opinion of Oh, well, hungry, but look, I'm a freak for Astro City, just am. Pat says, when Gary Kistler's G.I. Joe cover comes out in June, I'm going to buy it. You'll be buying an IDW, but that's okay. Hey. I haven't checked out anything yet. I haven't checked out any kind of links or anything anyone sent me. I don't have time to look at any links yet. Comic Relief Crusader, but I have not seen it yet, dude. Ugh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What you're talking about, Comic Relief Crusader, but I may have checked it out when you send. Whenever you send it, I'm not sure, buddy. Right now, it's tough to concentrate on other stuff when I'm doing the show, so I can't really remember. But I'll check back. I'll look at it. I love this comic so much. Not this particular new issue, but anyway, the other thing I got was this. They came out with a new gigantic, like almost 500 page, 500 page trade paperback that released the first 19 issues of the first 19 issues of Astro City from 1995 on up. The first couple of miniseries and the regular issues. It's got the first 2 years of the acclaimed series in one volume, and I picked this up today. So I got two Astro City books. I'll check that out. I'll look for that link when I get done, though. Comic Relief Crusade. If you help me remember to, buddy. If you help me remember, I always need help remembering stuff. But and yeah. So even though I have the other reprint books, thanks, D Bud. I appreciate that for putting that there. I do tend to talk about it a lot. Which one is that one? I did a video where I talked when I did like a write up on Astro City. Then my friend Carlos and we did a stream about it. So I have I got a lot of I do I don't know. I got a lot of stuff about it. I love it more than most people, I guess. I think I'll tell you. Did any of you ever read Marvels by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross? There's a similarity to the storytelling style for Astro City. It takes place in a world that's sort of a mix or a hodgepodge of all of the superhero and genre comics that we all read, Marvel, DC, whatever. And it's inhabited by characters that are pretty much ciphers and amalgams and mixes of and hybrids of various types of superheroes that we've all grown up loving and reading, concocted so that Busiek and Brent Anderson and one of the creators is also Alex Ross, can tell stories from a different perspective. And Astro City can make you feel like you're actually living in that world and knowing what it's like, seeing what it's like to be in that crazy fantasy superhero world without deconstructing the characters. And again, there's the big thing. Look, I love Watchmen. I love a lot of what Moore did. I love some of what Miller did. I even liked Invincible, as crazy and as tough as that is. And I've liked some deconstruction of stuff. This one is the most brilliantly, intelligently written superhero stories I've ever read, and does not take the deconstructionist shortcut. Oh, I wish Marvels had the same panache as Astro. Yeah, I liked Marvels a lot, though. I think he learned a lot from Marvels. But Astro City, some issues, will spotlight the heroes, and others just spotlight normal, everyday people who live in Astro City, which is basically sort of a hodgepodge of Marvel, New York, Metropolis, Gotham City, Central City. It's like a big, gigantic blur of all of those. You have your Superman types of archetypes and ciphers, and you have Batman, similar characters, similar to Batman, but not quite like that. Characters similar to the Fantastic Four, but not quite like that. All that stuff, all your basic superhero tropes are covered there with knockoff characters. But the kinds of stories told about them can't really be done, with the characters that we all grew up loving. Really, it's just not feasible. And again, what's brilliant about it is he does not deconstruct them. He will work within the framework and the boundaries of all those, fun, silly superhero tropes and fantasy tropes that we love. And it's just amazing. Very Walt Newton, very Philip Jose Farmer to it in a sense. And I know he's probably a fan of Farmer. Anyway, I'll get off that. But I just thought you'd all be shocked to know there was actually some comic book I was excited about. And I bought 2 whole books today. And it's pretty amazing. I'm amazed that there's anything that I would look forward to. That, and of course now there probably won't be another issue for a couple of years. But he claims he's going to do more, and he's talking more. So. With that, I drink some tea. Because why not? Yeah. What else is going on? Let's see. There was something else. You guys mentioned some stuff earlier. That even Kirby was not full Kirby until in 66, 65. Yeah, like Adams was not truly Adams until 1969. Yes. Damn. Let's see. Moon Knight. I talked about Astro City. What the hell was Romulan Ale? Bones, don't you know this is illegal? T-ho, great. T-eel, hot, no, bach, hot, kapla. Damn it. I'm trying to remember. Wow, there was something going on. Someone mentioned it in the chat earlier, and I was going to talk about it, and I was going to write it down. Well, go for it. Go for it, Pat S. I've got a little bit of time on my hands. If you would like to ask something. Make your ask, sir. You can ask me anything. I mean, oh yeah. Have you seen that? I'm sure you know. There's actually a Romulan ale drink out there. I saw one at Dragon Con. Could you have Retro Blessing back again and maybe have a Q&A at the end if you can? Sure. In fact, I'm in talks with him to come back soon. He's coming back on soon. I just asked him the other day. Michael's such a busy guy. I hate bugging him because he's such a nice guy too that I don't want to take up his time because his time is valuable. But he's such a good friend, he'll come on. And of course, this is the 10th anniversary of Retro Blasting. Can't believe it's been 10 years. And we've been friends for like 11. You make your own Romulan ale, J-Man? Oh my God. So yes, Pat S. We will do that. I always like to. I never try to bug them unless I can think of a good topic for the two of us to sink our teeth into. Something we, hey, Mark D, what to see? What's up, dude? I never bug Michael unless I got something. I just don't say, hey, come on, just shoot the shite. Which, by the way, he would, I'm sure, but he's very busy. So, there are a couple of topics I want to resurrect from the old days that we haven't done in like 10, 12 years. And so, yes, Pat S. It's coming soon because I talked to him. I've been in talks with him to get him to come back and hang out. So, wow, he's 80. Hungry Boy Mike Royer is 80. Wow, I'd love to get him on. I know he did a con in the past couple of years. Mike Royer's gone to a con in Texas. If I thought there was some, I need to read. That's a good point because something, Hungry Boy. I forgot exactly who I was talking to. Actually, yesterday I was out with some geek friends of mine. Last night or whatever. At our annual, we have an annual geek meeting. Believe it or not, for the past 6-7 years, whatever it is, except during COOF for a little while. A bunch of us friends who have met through various comic shops over the years in my neck of the woods. Once a month, we all get together and we go to the Bistro Italia and have get together and just have dinner and have Italian dinner and stuff. And we do it once a month. And a couple of them are big time serious hardcore collectors that not only collect comics, but they collect autographs and different things. I got one that collects original art and sketch art things. But we were talking, and I got to thinking that as far as comic book artists are concerned, there's almost no one left that there are a few that of course passed away before I was able to get to meet them. I got to meet many of the ones I do love, but there are almost none alive right now that I have not met that I want to meet, which is sad. And I was trying. We were talking we were talking last night, and I was trying to decide. I was trying to figure out who is still out there that I'm a big fan of that I have not met yet that I would love to get their autograph and just get them to sign something. As far as comic book artists or writers go, almost no writers yet anymore, really, except Alan Moore. I'll never get to meet him. Miller's still alive, but I've met him at least. Some of my favorites that are still alive, I've met. Other than the great gentleman that we talked about the other night, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, whom I've never met that I would love to meet. You just mentioned Mike Royer. That's one for sure. Hungry Chewy, Hungry Boy. That's one for sure. I would love to meet him. Matthew Pounder says Rob Liefeld's still breathing. Yes, he is. I've actually met him a few times, and believe it or not, he was nice to me. There's Claude Perishable. Well, we met Tony Isabella. He's a cool dude. But yeah, Mike Royer, that'd be amazing. Hungry Boy, I didn't think of that. But there aren't that many left alive. I mean, Starlin would be one. There you go. 72. I don't think I've ever met Starlin. Claude might have, but I don't think I have. He's one that's still with us that I would definitely, want to get. Yeah, he's one. It's got to be a few others. But Spiegelman, I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to meet him, but he probably wouldn't want to talk about what I would want to talk about, Comic Relief Crusader. I love Spiegelman's old wacky packages, but he's not proud of that. So, I mean, sure, Art Spiegelman is still alive, though. Yeah. Pretty sure. Brent Anderson. I'd like to meet Brent Anderson. I know, and again, we were talking about Astro City earlier, which I love. He's no one really thinks about him or talks about him much, but I love Brent Anderson. I done one of my favorite comics of the past, quarter of a century. I'd like to meet him, but I don't think he does any cons. I think he's had some health issues as well. He's getting up there. Whoa, Matthew Pounder, I did not know that. Gary Leach passed away. No shite. Oh, man. Gary Leach was a good artist. Comic Relief Crusader, the guy who does Cerebus, is Dave Sim, and Claude and I met him a few times. P. Craig Russell, that's a pretty good one. I think he's still around. Barry Windsor-Smith, there's one. I'd love to meet Barry Windsor-Smith. I'm sure he's across the pond, but that's one that's still with us. Yeah, Dave Sim created Cerebus, Comic Relief Crusader. Is Snorty going? All right, Snorty, be good. Feel better. Yeah, that's a good. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yeah, Claude met Walt Simonson. I'm not sure if I don't think I've met Walt Simonson. That would be one right there. I think you mean Flaming Carrot, the Comic Relief Crusader. That was Bob Burden who created that. Yes, Bob Burden. No, I see you wrote it there. Yeah, Flaming Carrot. Yeah, that's right. I think he's still around. I do believe he is. Yeah, still with us. Now the ones that got away. Hello there, Aravik Sonder. The ones that got away from me anyway that I never got to meet that I would love to have met. Yes, Starenko. Oh, Chewy, Hungry Boy. Starenko was still alive, and Oliver Belamonte. Good to see you. I'll address that in a second. Um, I stood in front of Starenko's table for 30 minutes one time while he was talking to somebody. Never got a chance to talk to him at Dragon Con one year. I know Claude. I think Claude's talked to him. But I love Starenko. Wouldn't mind another chance to talk to him for a second. Oliver Belamonte, good to see you. He says, Clobby, I don't understand the negative reviews of the Morbius movie, but I'm willing to give the film the benefit of the doubt. So you say you see some negative reviews, but you've not seen it yourself then, Oliver, is what you mean? Because I know it's coming out tomorrow or whatever. I've heard, I really hadn't heard much about it, so you're saying there's some negative reviews out there. Okay. Well, you never know. Like I said, it's not something I'm probably going to go out of my way to watch, but could be good. I know Matt Smith is in it. Yep, Bernie writes, and I met him, and so did Claude. So he's unfortunately gone. Bernie Wrightson was a nice guy. But the ones that got away, the ones that got away from me, the ones that I really wanted to meet that, of course, I'll never get to meet now. Well, there are probably a lot of them, but, some of the ones I never got to meet Kurt Swan. Damn it. We got to meet Murphy Anderson, though. I never got to meet Lynn Wein. Met Marv Wolfman, his buddy. Who would be another one? Who would be another one? Never got to meet John Buscema. That would have been great. Fortunately, got to meet John Romita Sr. Hungry Boy, you said you were still learning to shave when Kane. Are you referring to Gil Kane? I got to meet Gil Kane a couple of times. I was very lucky for that. Claude and I got to meet Gil Kane a couple of times. The great Gil Kane, love him. Let's see. Who would be another one? Oh yeah, Buscema. That would have been. I never even got to meet. Sal's still with us. Never got to meet Sal. Comic Relief Crusader. I've never met Jeff Smith. Jeff Smith. Are you referring to the artist from the 70s or the guy that created Bone? There are two Jeff Smiths that it could be. Yeah. Claude says, I spent time getting ignored by Starenko. I had $50 in my hand for his book. I pocketed it and walked away after 20 minutes. I mean, I couldn't get in there. I got ignored too. He's an ignorer, but I love him anyway. That sucks, though. Yeah, Gene Colan. Yep. Yeah, we met Gene Colan. Met Dave Sim a number of times. Claude's close personal friend, Dave Sim. Bone. Gotcha. Who would be some other ones? I've always wanted to meet Paul Levitz. Just for me, as a Legion fan, Paul Levitz. I'd like to always meet and talk to him. That would have been something. We got to meet Julius Schwartz, though. Yeah, we met Gary Groth, yeah. That's for sure, hungry boy. Oh, you met Paul? Cool. Always wanted to meet him. I mean, just never did any conventions close down here, you know. Oh yeah, Claude got to go to DC. He met Levitz. Never got. I'd like to meet Dave Gibbons. I'd love to meet Alan Moore. That'll never happen. Never met Ron Lim. Never. I mean, nothing against Ron Lim. He was never somebody I really wanted to meet. But if I, you know, not that I have anything against meeting him. I mean, we met Kerry Gamble. He's about that same kind of level there. So I met Byrne. But you know what, hungry boy? That is a capital idea. I wish I could. There was some way I might try. I might try that. That'd be, man, to get Mike Royer. You know how great that would be. Yeah, I can't stand Eric Larson. He's a crap bag. Yeah, I'm not an Eric Larson fan at all. He is poo. That's right. We met Joe Kubert. Mark D with the C is in love with Dan Slott and wants to meet him. I met Mike Zeck. Yes, I'm not the biggest Zeck guy personally. A lot of friends of mine are fans of his, but Mike Zeck has been here. I didn't get to meet Russ. I didn't meet Russ Heath. You met Russ Heath at Dragon Con? Wow. I've seen Nick Cardy at cons though. We met Nick Cardy, but not Russ Heath. Well, I didn't meet Russ Heath. Claude did, I guess. Wow. Mark D with the C loves him some Dan Slott. I'm sure, you know. I mean, he's only blocked by him because he cares. Know what I mean? Stream bead. Oh my goodness. What can you do? I'm trying to remember what someone told me to talk about and I forgot already. Someone asked about earlier. I told about I already shocked you all to death. Steve Dan Sloth is a crap bag comic book writer, jerk, jackass, current writer for Marvel Comics who sucks. He actually wrote some comics 20-something years ago that I liked, but now he's an ass bag crap ball. Joke off. Joke off. I mean, and by the way, I don't judge Mark D with the C for being a fan of his. I'm just saying, you know, he shouldn't be because he's blocked. I'm blocked. If you're on Twitter, comics Twitter, and you get blocked by Dan Slott, it's a badge of honor. And I'm blocked, and I never even interacted with him because he uses block bots because he's a real man child. Mike Gilbert, wonderful instrumental in my learning what I needed to learn. Oh yeah, Michael Gilbert. Is that Michael T. Gilbert from Mr. Monster fame that you speak of? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. It's Dan Slott.
Yeah, I just sent him the invite, so hopefully it'll be right here. He said he's got to finish some French fries and He'll lead right on over. Yeah. I
Oh
wish I could
yeah,
do it. I wish I could do his voice. Like I can't do voices like you, but I'll imitate Dan
I
Slott.
can't
Yeah.
remember what he sounds like, but oh yeah, Ron Mars is a d bag too, by the way. Comic Relief Crusader. Ron Mars is the Gail Simone of so-called male comic writers, and that's pretty bad.
Yeah, because Slott was. I couldn't. I'm like, why can't I read all these things in Twitter? The comic book feed. I'm like, what's going on? It says you're blocked by this guy. I'm like, what? What did I ever do to him? Well, I think I did like someone who. Remember when he told all his readers to f off or something along those lines?
Yeah,
Remember that controversy a few years ago? So someone really,
right.
gave it back to him good. I liked the post. It's like, wow, that was a good
That's
reply.
it's block bots. They call them block
Yeah.
bots,
Yep.
and it doesn't even. I'm you're the computer guy, not me, but it's basically, to my understanding, if you follow enough people that this asshead has programmed to block, you get blocked.
Yep.
Because I never interacted with him. Many years ago, before I was on Twitter, or not too long before I knew what Twitter was, whatever it was. There was some other thing. I forgot what the service was. I would ask him some questions on, and he would always answer them nicely. I forgot what
Yep.
the stupid thing was. Whatever it was. It wasn't
But you
Facebook.
interacted with him, yeah,
A
before, like,
little
it
bit,
was
but
like,
never on Twitter.
yeah, it was like a messenger, yeah, some kind of bulletin board or website or something, yeah, with a Q&A.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, no,
don't
but
know.
that's what drives me nuts. It's like, I'm just such an abrasive, horrible, mean guy, as you all can testify to. So I guess I rile
He's a
people
trash
up
bag.
online. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, my personality. It's like
Right.
I'm not one to, So it's like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm like, oh, I guess, and a couple other people have blocked me too, but I'm assuming it's from block bots because I'm not one to be overly aggressive on Twitter or be nasty. I mean, it's one thing to have an argument. That's what just it's like I just wish I didn't know. It'd be turn back the clock 30 years. I mean, I'm assuming like most of the old classic artists that I love from way back. I mean, maybe some of them were jerks too, but you just didn't you didn't know them, right? So you didn't know what they thought every waking moment. So thankfully we didn't have social media, I guess, or it's
Yeah.
just a totally different world, right? I mean, on one hand, hey, it's great. I can like send a message. Like I would think, encourage everyone to send George Perez a message. Give him some encouragement, or just say how much you appreciate him. I mean, things like that are as tough as the situation is. At least it's much easier to reach out as a fan to creators. But on the other hand, the creators can reach out to us in a wrong way. Yep.
Well, yep. Let's see what we got here. Somebody. Michael T. Gilbert. Oh, cool. Introduced. Well, wow. We got to see Eisner and meet him a couple times. I think. Well, mostly like got to see him. Claude and I, like Claude says here. So, wow, you introduced you to Eisner in '85. That's fantastic, Chewy. Hungry Chewy, which is Hungry Boy. But we got to see Eisner at a panel. Let's see here. I met Peter J. Tomasi once at a con. He was really nice. He signed my Superman Rebirth one-shot comic for $1. He said it would be the cheapest autograph we get there, and it was for $1. Huh? Wow. Well, even though I can't stand any modern filth, I'll tell you this: Tomasi, what stuff I've read by him he's actually a good writer. It's not his fault his crap got ruined by Bendass. Oliver Malamont says I was able to meet David Lloyd, the artist. Oh man, David, do you friend that artist? Wow, yeah, cool. I like David Lloyd. I can't believe Gary Leach passed. Well, I mean, I didn't hear about that till just now. Let's see.
I didn't hear that either. Yeah, not until
It was a good artist.
Someone put that in the chat. Yep. Well, I got to hang out with Paul Kupperberg a lot at the Stanford Comic Book Store. He's an interesting guy, fun guy. Very, very liberal, but it's okay, right? It's fun when you can talk to everyone. But he was on that.
Was he nasty?
No, he
like
was
Ron Mars is, or somebody like that.
No, he was pretty. I mean, we get into heated discussions, and I think that was before the Trump era. So but it was just fun stuff. Yeah. But he would sign all my. He was writing the Archie comic was like that was kind of like a precursor to Rivendell show, and actually did pretty well, I think. And it was really cool just to be able to talk to someone who was, a comic book writer and explain, some of the stories and sign some issues, no matter who it is. And it's he would be in there all the time at the comic book shop when I was there, so it was it was fun to hang out. And of course he has all the old the stories from DC, and of course where he was working. I can't repeat some of the stories, some of them his current or past employer, it'd say a few things, but you can't repeat them, or but it's like that's working in a comic book company. I'm sure it's just like any other company. There's people don't get along, or there's infights, or it's just maybe a little more public than the local grocery store. But
Yeah. Comic Relief Crusader, thanks. Now that you've sent that, you've jogged my memory, and I did get that thing you sent me. Thank you. I appreciate that, bud. You jogged me memory now.
So I guess Hungry Boy knows. Says Kupperberg was a great fellow. Yep. Yeah,
Yes.
he was a fun guy. Yep.
What about Alan? Did you know Alan?
I didn't meet Alan. No. But Paul was there in the shop all the time, and of course, a few times Byrne was in there, which was fun. And then that one time I always tell him, sick of telling the story about the kids that wanted the X-Men autographed and didn't know they were standing next to him. So.
Yeah. Well, Byrne was not amused by me. So.
No. So how many did you have? A lot of comic book creators stop by your store now that we're adding you as owning
no.
a comic book store?
In the old days. They never showed up. Now
they never show.
At my friend's shop that I ran for him, helped work with him and stuff. In the 90s, BSI Comics in New Orleans, yes, we had the Deathmate tour there. Are you familiar with the Deathmate tour?
Oh, what's that?
Deathmate was a joint venture between Image Comics and Valiant Comics, and it was a crossover between the Valiant and Image characters, and they did a tour all around the country. And Jim Lee and all those Image people were there, and a bunch of the Valiant people there. Bob Layton, and
nice.
Jim Shooter, I think the Shooter showed up. He also had a Mark Waid signing there, and stuff like that. When Mark Waid was sort of for him to become,
I got to meet him.
Sane, when he was still sane. But allegedly sane. But yeah, so that the Deathmate tour was big, was huge, and a whole bunch of people I was involved in that. So yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, if you're at a store, then I guess us being near New York City, we got a lot of traffic. But New Orleans, you'd think you get a lot of traffic too for famous people, or if there's a con in town or something, or. I got to meet Ron. We had through the years at the Stanford store, got to meet a bunch of artists. But Ron, well, I'd say the most fun to meet was George Perez, just because I admire him so much. And I've told you that story. My son asked him to do a sketch of Cyborg when he wasn't supposed to, do any sketches, and he did that for my son. So I have that up on the wall. And got a bunch of issues signed, and then Ron Garney was a really nice guy. So I got to meet him a bunch of times, and it turns out he's good friends with a cousin of mine, and their kids, I guess, are in gymnastics and some sports together. So hopefully the next time, now that this COVID is passing, we haven't had any family picnics, but hopefully my cousin will have him over the next family picnic. Who's this? Wait a minute. Who's this guy with 100 comic books waiting to be signed before I can get my hamburger?
But. You know what? One day, I've decided this right now while we were just talking. I'm going to fly my fat ass over to the UK.
Yeah.
I'm going to track Alan Moore down, and I'm going to get him to sign a copy of Watchmen. I'm going to do it. I'll talk him into it. I know he hates Watchmen.
That's going to be tough, because I thought he disavows anything he did.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do it. Hey, boy, I know you think you're some god or something, snake god, but let me tell you something. You going to sign this comic for me, or we're going to dance, boy. And I don't mean the shuffle. I don't mean a waltz either, if you know what I'm saying. to be like, he'll be, of course, like 90 at that point. I'll be able to just, trick him into it, really. I'm just kidding. He'll be like, no, I'm not sure ever again any copies of Watchmen because I disavow it and I hate everyone who looked it. It's a piece of garbage and always the worst thing I ever wrote, so go stick it up your American arse. Is what he'll say. Probably. Maybe not quite that way. I don't know. But I'd like to get at least get Dave Gibbons. There's another one. Never met him. Never got to meet him.
No, it's a lot of fun to meet these people too, and sometimes you shouldn't meet your heroes or your people you look up to, but other times it's you have a great experience and it's ends up being worth it. So,
yes, sir. I mean, again, I wish I'd have got to meet Kurt Swan. That'd have been just the best.
Yep.
Wow.
Or just to let people know how much you like them too.
Yeah.
I mean, I made an idiot of myself with Peter David. Well, not so much, but with Peter David. And I was like, you're trying to tell someone, how much you appreciate them. And I'm like, oh, I should have brought something to sign. And he's like, well, you probably should have. Like, well, you could have made me feel better,
Yeah. He's a different kind of a cat, really.
Well, it's a good comeback. I mean, it was, he was right. Yeah. But I mean, you say, here, well, here's a comic. Why don't you buy this and I'll sign for you? Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we see him every year at Dragon. He was at Dragon Con every year.
Every year, yeah.
So was Perez.
Yep.
So, Hungry Boy. Wow, you got to see Archie Goodwin and about
Nice.
3 minutes on a company. Yeah, Archie Goodwin came down here. I think he came to New Orleans to some con called Volcon or something like that one year, but I don't think it was that when I heard about it. I would like to have met Archie Goodwin. I hear he was a really good dude. Good one, dude. Great writer.
Sign all my Star Wars comics. That would have been good.
Yeah.
Good to have been able to meet him. Yep.
That would have been a good one there. So I'm glad you got to meet him. Julia Schwartz was really cool to meet, though. I got to meet Carmen Infantino. I got to meet Murphy Anderson. I got to talk to Murphy Anderson on the phone.
Wow.
In the in the mid 80s, 85, I guess it was. DC had their big 50th anniversary celebration thing.
Yeah.
And at a buddy of mine's comic shop in Biloxi, DC was having various artists and writers or whatever call comic shops and do like they would get you could have their they would different artists, different writers would call different comic shops all around the country and talk over the phone like a conference call type. In other words, everyone speakerphone, that sort of thing. And it just so happened it was random. You didn't know who you were going to get. And I said, who we're going to get? He didn't know. My friend didn't know who was going to call. Turned out it was Murphy Anderson. Well, and this was 1985. And I'm like, whoa, that is so cool. And a couple of my other friends thought it was cool, but a lot of the other people in the shop were like, huh?
Who?
Of course, it's not John Barrett. It's not Frank Miller. Well, Jesus Christ. But it was hell. I was like, wow. And of course, I got to ask him some questions and stuff. He came to a con down in New Orleans later though. I've seen Nick Cardy before. That's 70s rock fan. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, 70s.
I'll tell you, you have not met a celebrity until you've met that 70s rock fan. He's the biggest thing on YouTube.
Well, he's a rock star too, right? He's a fan. And
he is
a
rock star. There's no question about it. Glad I was able to meet Wheels I think it's Portasio. Yeah. The artist who created Bishop and Image Comics, Wetworks. He told me the secret of Bishop's scar. I hung out with we had a con in the late 70s. We had a con in New Orleans, and I got asked by the con to go pick up Mark Silvestri at the airport and drive him to his hotel in my crappy old Chrysler. I'm in Plymouth, whatever the hell that car was. I like that car. And it was before he'd been Image. He was working for Marvel at the time.
Was he drawing Spider-Man?
No, he was wasn't he
Did he
doing
do Spider-Man or
Oh no. He was doing
was
either
an X-Men
X-Men
guy?
or one of the X-Men. And there's the thing. Say at that time it was late '80s. It was like '87, and I know there's a reason why I remember the date so well. It was '87 because I knew who he was and I'd seen his art, but I wasn't buying any Marvel books at that time. I was like, crap. I didn't like that his art style. Nice guy. So we had an interesting, fun, cool, good conversation on the way to the airport. He must have thought he was a nobody when he get picked up in a friggin' coupe, like a 76 Plymouth. That was in actually really nice shape. It was a good car. Nice leather seats. It was white with a great burgundy interior. But, not wrench Corinthian leather or whatever, but I'm sure he didn't feel like a I don't know. Hey, I got him there back and forth. But that very weekend, while I was forced, I was aggravated because I'd made commitments without thinking. I had to be at that con, right? On that Sunday. Do you know what happened on that Sunday? That I was at that damn con. I picked him up that Friday, but man, I was working at that. I forgot. I think I was working with a friend of mine. Sorry, I was at that con. You know what I had to miss on that day?
Something good, obviously. Something good, obviously. But
that was the day that my New Orleans Saints in Pittsburgh made a goal line stand to beat the Steelers and have their very first winning season in the history of their franchise.
Wow.
Damn it. Took them 20 years to have a winning season.
20 years with a winning season?
20.
And I thought it was tough to be a Giants fan.
They had
because we hadn't won the Super Bowl in a while.
They had one 500 season, but they had not had a winning season.
Ouch.
And of course they went to the playoffs that year. But I forgot what I was doing. I kind of got wrapped up in it. I wasn't sure we were going to beat them. I kind of thought we would, and I forgot. So I was mad. I was so pissed I wasn't able to be at home. And then somebody announces it over the loudspeaker, and this is in New Orleans. So everybody's going crazy. I didn't get to watch it. I was pissed. JT Kirk. These are all things Lions fans would wish they could one day get. Well, yeah, but at least you had some winning seasons. But yes, look, believe me, I truly understand the sadness of the Lions fan. Are you a Lions fan, JT Kirk, or you just know how the Lions fans are? Because our good buddy Vigilante Williamson, for example, he's a Lions fan.
He's a Lions fan, right? Yeah.
Poor guy.
Well, he did get Barry Sanders. My God, I saw a few games live with him. What an incredible player he was.
I got to go to one game with him here when he played in the Dome. I got to watch the Saints defense when they had that great defense of 91, hold them to 20 yards.
So you didn't get the same play well.
In a dome. Yeah, but they want him to. It was playing against us.
Yeah, it's playing against your team. Yeah.
Hungry boy. Alan Weiss is only 74. I'd like to meet him. He's been around a while. Have Clobberin interview. Yeah, Alan Weiss. Yeah. So is he still doing? Is he doing anything? I'd like to know. Are any of these, what some of these people are even doing since they're not working in comics anymore? Hungry boy. JT says, "I am a Lions fan." Oh, I'm sorry, man. I know how it feels. Well, sort of. It was the ultimate FU to the Ford family when Stafford won the big game. Oh yeah, that had to hurt. Yeah. Oh man, that had to hurt to see Stafford do that. He leaves the Lions after like a decade, right?
Yep.
And gets a freaking Super Bowl ring. That's so Lions, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at your pain. I don't mean that, JT, because I understand. But that is very Lions. You know what I mean?
Yep. With the and the Jets are maybe up there too, right?
The Jets at least had something though. See, the
Lions. It's been over 50 years since they won, though. Yeah.
But this is a 60-year curse. It was supposed to be a 50-year curse, the Bobby Lane curse, and it's lasted for over 60-something years. But you're right. I mean, the Jets are next in line, but at least their team won probably arguably the most important or second most important game ever in the history of football. Well. Like actors, when styles change, get phased out. Yeah, they do. John Budiansky. I remember him. Now, who are some of these really obscure names though, Hungry Boy? I crack it up sometimes. Crack up sometimes when I'm looking through some old comics, and I see names that I go, wow, I haven't seen that name since the last time I looked in this comic in 1987 or whatever. Like John Budiansky, for example. I know he did Ghost Rider for a while, right? But what else did he do?
Yep.
I mean, a lot of these people, yeah, he was a good artist. Budiansky kicked butt. Booty. How do you say it? Budiansky?
I don't
Budiansky.
know.
Yeah. And then there was Butch Geist. Did you guys like him? I mean, Jackson Geist, Butch
Yeah,
Geist.
yeah. He was great. Yeah, and did a lot of work on Micronauts.
Yep. Micronauts.
One of my favorites. Yep.
Micronauts. Yeah. You know, I didn't buy that book too much. I bought some of the Kane ones.
Yep.
I was a ROM guy.
Yeah, Rom was good too. I really like Rom. That was a great story. And I of course I had the toys too, so that was the hook. But yeah, Rom and the Micronauts were definitely a better toy than the Rom toy. Never really worked that well, but it was pretty clunky. But yeah, they did a great job coming up with a backstory for Rom and the Knights and how they they had to give up their humanity. It was pretty lofty stuff or heady stuff for kids to be reading too. It was creepy because they showed that scene where they'd be sealed inside that suit. Hey, Iron Man gets to take that suit off, but they were stuck in there.
Yeah, Dad Man.
Hey, Dad Man.
Yeah. Didn't they kind of rip that off for Silverhawks?
Was that the Silverhawks cartoon?
Where the Silverhawks all volunteered to have their bodies mutilated to become like permanently like that and stuff?
It's been so long I can't remember. I just kind of closed my eyes and picture they were all silver with kind of wings. Yeah, obviously,
right.
Yeah, Silverhawks.
But I think they were like that in this. The Space Knights let themselves be put in the suit forever. Yeah, messed up, dude. Michael did a video on that many years ago about Silverhawks. I forgot the name of it. I can't remember the name of his video he did now. He said something all messed up. I mean, he talked about. I mean, because I never watched that cartoon much. It was one of those late '80s cartoons. But his view, of course, all of his reviews, whether you see the cartoon or not, they're always so entertaining. And he's got this video talking about. I mean, he goes deep dives on these things so much. It's so amazing what he talked when he. I mean, he really, really just is so thorough. And when he's talking about how screwed up the concept is, like these people, they weren't just wearing out. They weren't wearing armor. This stuff was grafted onto their body or something. In Silverhawks.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's scary stuff. Yeah, for a kid to think of too. And who was the X-Men were fighting? There was a group, and they were all like bionic men, and they were oh god, I'm trying to remember the name of the team, but like they had all their bodies mutilated, and they're bad guys.
Confirms it. Yeah, I don't know.
What was the name of those
villains?
Yeah, and they all
Somebody
had.
will know. I don't remember.
And one guy looked like a tank. He had like tank treads, and they were all they were kind of like the mods in Boba Fett, but
okay,
that kind of idea. I'm trying to blank on the name of them. And J-Man's still here; he'll know instantly who I'm talking about. But I'll try to search for it. But
I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so Micronauts were one that I bought a couple of them. The Bionic 6, that was a cartoon. Yeah.
Reavers.
The Reavers. Okay.
Yeah. I knew it as soon as I, get my, you just draw a blank there. Donald Pierce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yep. Thank you, Chris Burgess. Yep. There we go. Chris Burgess got it. Thank you.
Jim Shooter put Budiansky in charge for making the profiles for them, but I believe it was career death for a writer or artist to do a toy. But back then, I don't know, it could have been. I mean, back then when you had writers and artists. But Kal-El, yes, he's either done. I think Michael's done a Bionic 6 video, hasn't he? Or is he doing one? I can't remember now, but he's done so many. But I think he's doing one. I think he's done some video about it. I don't know if he's reviewed the show yet. I'm not sure. I love his reviews of cartoons, even if I haven't seen it. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, all his videos are great. Yeah.
Well, like I say, he's 10 years now. Before he actually started the channel, he did a video. One of his first video was called "Thundercats: A Hate Story," and later he changed the title to "Thundercats Are Racist Porno Kitties." I don't think it's up anymore. He got so much shit over it. Look, I'm at that. All of the few cartoons I watched back then. For some reason, I caught Thundercats once in a while in the daytime. I'm talking about the '80s because I wasn't watching. I was a little bit older at that point. I wasn't watching any of those kind of afternoon cartoons.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of cool or whatever. I was never in love with it. I thought, yeah, I remember Thundercats. It was kind of a cool theme song.
Yeah, Thundercats.
It was all right. Well,
yeah, watch it once in a while. Yeah,
but it was never like it wasn't part of my childhood like it is a lot of people. So when I see his video, this is after I first got to know him, and met him. I'm like this, he's just amazing. He's hilarious. The video he's making me bust out laughing because the stuff, the observations he's making about it. Yes,
just make you laugh.
Changed it from Thundercats a hate story to Thundercats are racist porno kitties. Now, again, I don't know. I don't think the video's up there anymore because he got too much shit over it. I'll have to ask him. I'll ask him. That's what I'll talk to him. But it was so. I mean, he did a 2-parter. It was the funniest damn thing. It was when I go. I mean, he has true talent for making these videos, for editing, putting them together.
That's why he's got so many followers, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, he's very
does
talented.
A great job. Yeah.
But I mean, he's got a great sense of humor. He's got a great dry wit, and when he's making the stuff he's saying about Lion-O's making me hate Lion because he just for some reason he had a massive hate on for that cartoon. He hated it when everyone else loved it. And I'm sorry, whether you liked it or not, he made a great case, and he had me laughing my ass off. Now there were some people who had enough of a sense of humor to get his humor to laugh at it, and they said, "Yeah, but I still like it. I grew up loving it," and he has no problem with that. But he did not like it. And he tore it to pieces, but he did it in a fun way. But of course, that was how why people started being giving them shit because they're butthurt babies that can't take opinions and can't laugh at themselves. Kellel said, yes, he completed part 1 reviewing Bionic 6 cartoon. He's working on part 2 where he'll review the toys. That's what it was. Yes, and the Bionic 6 review. I haven't watched that in a while. Thank you, Kellel. But man, that first video, God, yeah. I mean, I watched it a couple of times back then. I wish it was still up because it was funny as hell.
It got removed due to a copyright claim. He says, I just Googled it. So it said they wrote on their website, our first ever video received a copyright claim. It stated the video contained visual content and they had to pull it. So they said we pulled it to stay in fair use. We believe it was in fair use, but we pulled it to stay in good standing with YouTube. More recent years, we've become more vigilant in how we use clips from any show and often don't use the sound. But as this is our first video, well, we didn't know then what we know now.
Yeah, it was a different time. It was 10 years ago.
So
yeah. Well, that was hilarious. I'm glad I got to see it.
Not on anymore. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, it really did a great job on it. He does a great job with all his videos, but it was just funny as he had me busting out laughing. The points he was making, he made me hate Lion-O. Comic Relief Crusade, Larry Hama. I met him. My buddy Michael, who is a big fan of the G.I. Joe comics, we're retro blasting Michael. He loves Hama's work on G.I. Joe. Hama said a lot of crap that makes me mad. On in social media recently. I think he's kind of a twerp on that kind of stuff. But I mean, he's back in the early 2000s. I used to buy archives and masterworks from him on eBay all the time. Because see, back then when they were really doing a lot of the masterworks of the archives, if you were in the business, you got comped everything. So they all had comps and they were selling them on eBay. And so I used to buy some. I bought a bunch of my archive, my at least lesser expensive, archives from him.
Yep.
Him and Bo Smith, for some reason. So a lot of guys were doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have Hama's. I have a lot of those his creator. Did you know they did? I think I probably told you about this before. They did trading cards back in the '90s of comic creators.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that to me. Yeah, because they
Yeah,
that was after they did the superhero, the Marvel trading cards and stuff. Or was that before or
it was.
around the same time maybe?
It was just in the early '90s. I don't
Early
know.
90s, yeah. No, because trading cards for Marvel. I remember the Marvel cards. I'm just the time. It's the timeline of those. But yeah, that was. God, that'd be so cool if you had some of those and then had the create. Had the people sign those cards. That'd be
If I
that'd
can
be
find some
awesome.
pictures of them, because I have them, but they're all in the back somewhere. See if they can, oh yeah, there you go. I think. Yep, there's the sets right there. Some pictures of them. Is sitting. Oh, my laptop is sitting on one right now. What do you mean, sir? Oh, we still get comps. Oh, he says we still get comps, of course.
Nice.
Really, they still do that? Wow, I didn't realize they were still doing that. So he says, oh, Kal-El says, I love how he tore apart Binding Six cartoon where he makes fun of lack of effort to hide their identities. Oh, he's brutal, man. Michael doesn't mess around. He can tear tell a new one, man, and I love it. Fantastic. Oh, he's the man. It's funny as hell. He does, and because and it never fails. He pisses off some baby. Like,
Right.
look, it's just a cartoon. You can have a sense of humor about it. He's not insulting you directly. He understands you were a kid when you liked it, and it's fine. He'll still love it as a kid.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Some of those '80s cartoons like GI Joe were kind of just it was in high school then, so it wasn't like something you grew up with. Like the Super Friends, were something I grew up with, and you look at things differently when you watch it as a younger kid, but it doesn't mean you can't appreciate it, but you just kind of watch it as a different, it's a different way to enjoy it. Yeah.
See these?
Oh, those are
I have
great.
this
Yeah.
set. I thought this was a
Jim
cool
Shooter.
idea.
No,
You
that
couldn't
is
do
cool.
this
Yeah.
today. Yeah, it's Jim Shooter.
Mark
You couldn't do
Grunewald. Yeah.
this. Nobody famous. Again, remember, this is when comics were such a thing that there were actually these guys were popular.
Yeah. Well, and the comics don't even sell now, too, right? I mean, unfortunately, so
Yeah,
you look at the. I
Chris
mean,
Perez,
yeah.
Dick Ayers, George. I gotta go. I gotta go dig out my set of these.
Chuck Dixon. Yeah.
Good night. Comic Relief Crusader, you have to run. Are you running out? Take it easy, man.
Take care, comic. Does McFarlane got his shirt
This
off
is night,
there?
guys.
And he's playing baseball?
Yes, he does. He's
He's
got
like
a
swinging a bat.
baseball. Yeah.
Bill Leverett. Classic. Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Well, this
Robert
fits for
Friends.
Wild Card Wednesday, right? Talking cards.
Cards, yeah. Well, I didn't realize. I forgot that it was a Ron Friends one. I'm going to have to get him. I see him on every now and then. We've interacted on Facebook. I'm going to have to see if I can find him on and get him to sign that for me. He's a nice guy.
Simonson's one of the guys I'd like to meet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yep.
And he's pretty friendly on Facebook. He's got a good group, and he seems pretty stable, pretty nice.
Which group you're talking about there? I think I already moved it. Pat S. But we said Rick Simon. I think he means from Simon and Simon.
From if you go back, I don't know which one it was, but yeah, maybe
I'm not sure which one it is
Simon
now.
and Simon. Yeah,
There's Jim Starlin.
One of the best shows of all time. Yep. Best cop shows.
Yeah.
Detective. Yep.
I can't remember which one of these I had signed by somebody now. It's been that long. I have to go dig them up and find out.
These guys must have gotten such a kick out of this too, like to have baseball cards.
Yeah, there's Jack. I got that one, of course. I have pretty sure I got the whole set somewhere. But again, it's my stupid, faulty memory, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yep. The comic book
I recognize the Star Wars cards in an instant. Just the colors and the design.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
yeah. True. Oh, there we go. There's Tim Shooter. Tim Shooter.
He's youngin'. I just saw him this year.
You did?
Gray hair. Yep. I mean,
Oh,
I
at the,
talked to him, but I was at the con. Yeah, he was at the con. Yep.
Oh, okay,
New York
yeah.
Comic Con. He was in front of a special 2-hour, 3-hour sign in, and I was just, looking in the distance. But yeah,
Major Dad, yeah. Paul Galassi. We'll see. I probably didn't pick that one either. I probably already got off of that one too, Steve. We'll see. Where was Paul Galassi?
Pat S. says my first card collection was Return of the Jedi. That gum broke like glass in my mouth.
Yeah, it's want to do that. I tell you that.
Don't eat the gum.
No. Mark Grunwald, Walt Kelly, Norm Brayfogel's on there. Steve Rude.
Grunwald looked like Gerald McCraney a little bit, actually.
Yeah, he does sort of.
Right? With the mustache.
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
wife
It
beater.
kind of does. Wow. So you were into biz, and you were a name in the biz if you got a card done on you. At that point, I guess.
You made it. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I
I never got a baseball card made of me. Come on. That's pretty cool.
This time yet. What were we? Was something to begin? Oh, did you watch Moon Knight?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was just gonna say, did you talk about that at all, or?
Yeah, I did. But what do you?
I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought it could have been about 15 minutes long. I mean, I think everything could have been compressed down. I think they take advantage of these long time periods, and I think that story they told in an hour could have been told in about 15 minutes. And the other thing I didn't like was, when the Hulk takes over from Banner, I guess, mild spoilers here, he's acting as Moon Knight, but you don't get to see any of the stuff he's doing as Moon Knight. So there's really nothing cool in that first episode that you watch him do other than like a 15-second fight in the end. You really don't see, you don't see much. So I thought that kind of took away. And I'm trying to remember it's been so long since I read Moon Knight. Was he always like that, drifting in and out of different personalities? I don't remember him being like that.
No, that's some of that's based on some of these modern series of Moon Knights that I never read.
But I remember he had fractured personality at one point, but I can't imagine they would have had the character like, fighting for 10 seconds and then turning back to the quote unquote other character. The Hulk, turns into the, Banner turns into the Hulk. He doesn't go back, back and forth in the middle of a fight, changing back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think of it? Was
Hungry Boy, by the way, are you kidding about Flo? Did they do a Flo card? I don't remember if they did or not. It's been so long. Did they do a fabulous Flo Steinberg card? He's probably just kidding. But anyway, yeah. I'd want a Flo Steinberg card. Yeah, she was something. No, I thought certainly nothing really to knock about it because it's only a first episode. You can't tell that much.
Yeah.
Good night, Steve Mitchum.
Take care, easy, Steve. Bro.
It was very set up-ish, of course.
Yeah, not much happened.
Nothing. I mean, but certainly his British dork act. After a while, I'm like, okay, we'll get it. You're British and you're a dork. You're all British. You make British face, and even though I don't remember Stephen Grant really being like that, but again, this all this, I don't know. But I wanted to okay, but you know what? All that's fine and good if they're not jerking us around. And what I mean by that is just all that first episode is perfectly fine. If it's set up and it progresses, at the end we finally get to see Moon Knight.
Yeah, we didn't get enough.
Next episode does the same crap, which I have a suspicion because it's Disney Plus. It's going to do the same stuff where it's a bait and switch, as they say. You're thinking, okay, man, now it's down. Now we know we're going to get to see Moon Knight again, and we're going to see him like again for 4 or 5 seconds again. and the rest of the time we might not. At least if we get a lot of Mark Spector in the next one, it'll be something.
Well, we got more of Spider-Man in the Spider-Man TV series back in the 70s, right? Than we did of Moon Knight.
Right, but
in
it's
this
only
first.
one episode and it's short. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, but that's what I'm saying. That you could have told this episode in 15 minutes, really. If you'd let me
Sure.
direct it and write it, I could have compressed that down. I thought when he went to the museum in the morning, that was pretty funny. When he's like, was saying all the knew all the Egyptian history, and then wasn't sure what day it was, things like that. But you could have really compressed it down, like, when he misses the girl for the date, right? You could have had that scene could have been, 60 seconds versus, the 3 or 4 minutes.
Little filler.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff isn't bad, but it's just, they've got all this time, right? So it's just extended out. If you're in a movie, you're doing a movie, you can't waste all that time. And not that I'm short attention span theater kind of guy, but it wasn't like the stuff was, an amazing scene or really great lines, or, it was nothing quotable, or like, oh, I can't wait to watch him, at dinner again for 5 minutes. So, we were talking Caddyshack on Toxic Tuesday last night on Nick's channel, and that every scene in that movie is gold. I mean, there's nothing, there's no bad scenes in that movie, and you're going, you're laughing, and there's always some great quotable lines in every scene.
They don't know how to make stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, but would I want 6 hours of Caddyshack? No, I want the hour and a half that's awesome and funny and no wasted scene. So,
well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they were able to take us to this point. Next week, you can't regress, though. You can't regress. In other words, if it does the same exact episode next week as they do this week, and he's all goofy, I mean, he's just, we don't. I mean, I know we're not gonna. If we get cheated out of Moonlight, you better have a lot of Mark Spector. I'm tired of Stephen Grant.
Yeah,
I'm sick of his annoying little. I mean, he's really good. Oscar's good, but and he's fine. The episode, I don't really mind it too much. That it was okay.
Actually, I'm being more critical of it than you. Wow.
But no,
I'm just kidding.
I don't disagree. I mean, I had to watch it with my phone, eyeballs in the phone in my face, because for some reason I can't cast my phone to the screen anymore from Disney Plus or anything else. We got in our Wi-Fi won't let me.
Well, that's weird.
I can't.
You have Android or
I can't figure it out. It's an Android. I can't figure out what happened. Something.
Did they update Android on you, or?
I don't know. No, they didn't update it, and we can't.
No, that's normally what happens. Like, we've got a new great update for it. It's gonna make everything better, and then it's gonna disconnect. Yeah.
No updates.
And you're casting to your TV.
I've always cast it to the TV, and the night before I'd cast something else. I can't do it on HBO Max app on my phone, and I can't do it on Disney Plus app.
You know what they could have done is added some copy protection crap. They do that sometimes, and then it screws things up.
No, I can't do the normal. I can't cast anything to my phone now.
Oh, anyway,
I'm a phone to the TV. Even on one of those.
Did you try rebooting rebooting the TV?
You rebooted the Wi-Fi, and I've rebooted the phone.
Reboot the TV. Actually, unplug the TV from the wall. Wait 2 minutes and plug it back in. When in doubt, reboot. Yep. So the TV's like a little computer now.
Could it be the TV?
It could be the TV, yeah. And try to check for any updates on the TV too.
See my crap ass TV don't have any updates. I say that, but
well, check. See, can your TV connect to Wi-Fi or?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, so check. There could be an update for your TV. They're little mini computers now, so. But if not, you need to get like a Roku or Amazon streaming.
Yeah, but it used to work fine just from the phone.
I know.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry everyone. I mean to derail this.
No, but that's what I do, tech support too. But it's always an update that f's things up. That's normally what It's not they do these updates.
So
it's
not them or anything, because what happens, by the way, is it goes on. The app goes on the TV. Let me tell you this, and you can see it. And as soon as you press play, it's about to play the thing, and then it gets a message: something's wrong with whatever. You check your subscribing thing, check whatever.
Could be copy protection, yeah. Because I get that with Android TV. I just upgraded my Android TV, and I get a notice like certain things might not play. Or
And if you unplug it, it helps.
well, you could try that. Just unplug it.
Right.
It's one of the first
Sorry about
things.
that,
But
everybody. I didn't mean to
no,
do
this
this
is
on the air.
no, it's all right. People don't mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get some free tech support. But what do you have? Can you do apps on your TV? Can you do like? Can you put
No,
the Disney?
they
Can you
pop
put?
up on. No, it's hard to explain, but no, that TV it pops
It's
up on the
too old.
SmartCast part of it. No, it's got that, but my remote doesn't. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to figure all that.
Because
But I have
sometimes
my.
you can also put like Netflix right on your. There's like a
It's on there,
Netflix
but
app on the
my
TV.
controller doesn't have the capacity to click on any of it. If you see what I'm saying.
You have the wrong remote now, or the
No,
old
it's
remote.
the TV remote that came with it.
It doesn't work. Yep.
No, it works. In other words, that stuff pops up on the screen,
Yeah.
and there's no way to toggle onto any of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, when I'm trying to get away from this topic, he won't let me.
I won't let you. Yeah, because I hate not being able to fix things. Yeah, we'll talk off the air, but yeah, you can get a new remote control for the TV. But yeah, this is
I can put my
this
fist
is
through
what
it,
it's
too.
whatever Wednesday. Yeah. So you actually watched the damn show on a little mini phone then?
With my face and
Oh,
eyeballs
that
into the
sucks.
phone at 4
That
a.m. because I
sucks.
couldn't no choice.
So I've been exercising. I turned over a new leaf, so I rode my exercise bike while watching Moon Knight. So that was my exercise hour. So, but
Yeah.
so I had a better viewing experience. Yeah,
You did, and now I'm stuck. I'll never be able to stream from my phone again onto the cast
We'll
anything
figure
from
it
the
out.
phone again, probably. And that's
We'll
just the
figure
way
it
it feels. Because my son he usually could fix anything, and
He's a tech
boggled
guy
by
too,
it.
right? And he couldn't get
Yeah.
it right. Yep. See, you might have to buy a new TV, a new
The
4K
black hole.
TV.
Card set is awesome. They have the full set on eBay right now for $25.
That's
The
a
black
deal.
hole. Yeah. But
Nice.
speaking of Flo Steinberg, sorry, D Bud. You'll love this picture. Well, I can't really click on it from here, but thanks. Cool. See, from the StreamYards, when you put a link, I can't. It won't let me.
Oh yeah, so I can
it
click
can't.
on it. I can
No,
click
I
on it,
can't.
and because I'm
Not
on
in the StreamYards though.
Yeah, I'm on the I have a YouTube window
Yeah.
open. Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh dear. But yeah, I guess you were here from when I started today. When I shocked everybody. Did you know that I almost killed everyone in this audience tonight? Did you hear that part?
You went Galactus on everyone? What happened?
Well, and everyone, I owe you all an apology for the injuries I caused. And I set him up for it, and I screwed around with him for like 10 minutes before I finally told him. I told him that I did something so shocking and surprising happened to me today that, the shock's probably going to kill them.
You didn't watch an episode of Discovery.
The shock, well, no, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Hey, Turo, good to see you.
Hey, Turo.
Yes, I rinse for Paulie when I can. Our good buddy Paulie, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you there, Turo. Yep, that was a good show Paulie had today with the cast The Promised Land.
He sure did, yeah. Way to go, Paulie. But anyway, yeah, I set him up, and I was afraid that I was going to destroy everybody, kill them all with shock. Because of the thing I did today, but you weren't here to hear that part? Okay.
I'll clutch my heart right now. Yep.
Well, you might, everyone, I'm going to tell you all right now. Remember early at the beginning of the outset of the show when I told you all that I was worried for your health? Once I told you that shocking thing that I told you all earlier, you all remember, right? That I did, it's the thing that I did today that would shock you so much. Look, they're still, there you go. See, Eric's even saying, he said, you were talking with an imposter. We are trying to figure out where the real Clobby is because I told them what I did today.
You hung out with Wesley Crusher?
And but they all make guesses like that, little cute guesses like that. And they didn't think I had to tell them, but in fact, it came to a point. First, I was telling them you need to sit down. And I was saying, this is probably going to be such a shock. You're going to fall down off the chair. Even then, I even told them I was afraid for their lives because once I told them they were probably going to actually die the shock will be so much they won't be able to take it. And I spent like an hour overdoing it like an idiot. Telling them that, and they survived it. I apologize to you all not only for the pain that I caused you with the shock, but underestimating you. of how super powerful you all are. They still think I'm from the mirror universe, I guess. Look, yeah. So I'm going to try it now. But now, folks, I don't know if Mark D is made of stern stuff like you are. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it.
I'm
So he
sitting
might
down.
die on this show right now tonight.
Should I turn the camera on? No.
I don't know. I don't want you to die on camera. No. If
All
he
right, I'll die
dies of
off
shock,
camera.
we don't want, no one wants to see you die of shock on camera. So I'll just tell you what I told them. And they survived it, so I expect you to survive it too.
All right.
And then we'll get out of here.
I don't want to have the big one. As Red Fox would say. Yeah.
Are you ready? Because look,
Yep.
I'm telling you now, you think you're strong enough.
I hope. Yep.
You think you're strong enough, and when you hear this, it might just destroy you. I mean, I already feel guilty about what I'm doing to your life right now, putting your life at risk like this.
Putting me through this, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone, I want you all to know, look, you've all witnesses that he's agreed to this. He's signed off on it.
Let me check my pulse. I'm going to set my pulse meter now in the heart. Yep, 73 beats a minute. All right.
I absolve myself of responsibility. He's been warned. Whatever happens now, the shock, and stupid silly, making the silver more ridiculous. All right, okay, you ready?
Yeah, ready. Yep.
Avon
survived, so I can. Yep.
Okay. I bought a comic book today at a comic book shop. A new comic.
Wait, let me guess what it can't be the thing one because that one stinks, right?
No. And
wow.
I've read those by Crook, but I actually went to a comic book shop, bought it and another book actually, but I bought a brand new comic book.
Well, now, I guess it wasn't. I'm guessing it wasn't this one with this beautiful cover here, probably, right? See that art?
You would be correct.
Yeah, it's not that one. Yep.
You would be correct in guessing.
Look how bad that art is. Why did I buy that? Why is that on my pole?
If you want to see the club, has to be my new Fortnite wingman. Oh, I'm coming for you, Elizabeth. It's the big one. Look at this shit he buys. Look at this, people.
Look at this crap. Yeah, it's crap.
New this week.
That's
crap.
Brand, yeah, I just got this week. Yep.
God, that makes. If you guys think I'm torturing you, look what is it doing to you? Look at this guy.
Action. Yeah.
Oh.
And then you got Nightwing.
Oh Jesus! Why, dude?
Because I've been reading Nightwing since he had his solo series. I got the complete run. So, but I guess I shouldn't have anymore.
Touch that stuff.
And then I guess they ran out of backing boards at the shop too. It's like they had to ship the comics without backing.
For the one comic I bought.
Yeah. All right. So what this Vader's cool at least. All right. That's not bad.
Cut Vader.
Right. So what did you get then? As I'm going through these miserable covers. Yep.
I bought something. I had to have it. Astro City.
Oh, the new one you're coming out.
The new one finally came out. 4 years in the waiting. It was okay, but just to get the fact that they did one finally, better than nothing. I mean, again, it was not great or anything, but it's Astro City. It's good to have it back. And then on the same day they released the new big. It's not like an omnibus; it's a trade paperback of it, but it's got like 2 years. The first 2 years of Astro City, like 19 something issues in it. It's like almost 500 pages. This is a real nice book. Beautiful book's got the first. I'm gonna get all these books, even though I have various reprints of them and have every issue. But you should be proud of me. You should all be proud of me on one respect. No, what I did, proud of what I didn't do. I didn't buy all the stupid variant covers.
Oh yeah,
it's by the way, I didn't buy. It's not like I bought a Marvel or DC or anything, guys. So at least you know. Mark was that. He says Mark was that.
Yeah, here. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, Chris. Yeah.
That's Namor.
It's a little boy Namor. Doesn't he look like a little kid?
Shit. I mean, you're kidding? Is he really a little boy? Or you're just saying he's drawn badly?
No, just drawn badly. Look, he doesn't look like a man there. It's just like it's like a young kid there. Yeah.
That bites ass.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad art. Oh God.
They did horrible. Because Image now does Astro City, even though I don't know how long when it's ever come back. And it's the 30th anniversary of Image. So they did a bunch of variant covers.
Yeah.
And I only bought
like
one
30 of them. Yeah.
One. Yeah, they didn't do
Yeah.
30, but they did one. And I did not buy one of them because I hate Savage Dragon anyway. They had a Savage Dragon one. Look at these variant
Eric
covers.
Larson. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, here we. Oh, I can give you some interior artwork, Chris. Here you go.
Must you?
I must. Yeah.
Why would you buy that?
I don't know. There's something wrong with me. I mean,
Yeah.
there's this picture of all right, Panther. Maybe that's
Is that
maybe
T'Challa
semi.
or somebody else?
I can't remember now. I didn't read it yet. So.
Is he supposed to be red or?
Well, I guess this is the light in there, but yeah, it's not.
Sorry.
Yeah, and we got Deathlock in here at least.
Well, there you go.
Just not good art. Just not good.
That art bites it raw, doesn't it, folks? Wow, ugh, man.
Yeah, it's just.
My goodness. Well, everyone, I'll tell you what.
Shame,
we can't look at any more of that trash. Just kidding. We're not being mean to Mark. After all, I just tried to kill him and it didn't work. So.
Yeah, I'm shocked though. Yeah. And then a buddy of mine just is working at a comic book store on Sundays, and he emailed me. He's like, "Come down and see me." And I'm like, and he does independent books. I got to pick up some of his books that he owes me, and I'm like, "Oh crap! There's a new comic book store only 15 minutes from me." I'm not sure if that's
really.
So I wasn't too happy that he thought it was joking. Joke. I'm like, thanks a lot for telling me that, because I just do all my mail order stuff now. So of course when you go into a store, I guess it was easy for you only to buy 2 books, but whenever I go into a comic book store, it's always you hit the back issues. It's always tough just to come away with just a small amount. So
yeah. Well, everyone, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight on this Wild Card Wednesday night. I'm changing the name to Wildfire Wednesday night next from now on probably. But oh well, let's see. Pat says, a little inside South Louisiana, a local brewer is going to start making Pop Rouge soda again. Oh yeah, cool. Wow, first time in 31 years. By the way, did you guys get any weather over there? We were all buckling down for some some tornadoes and crap today, and some bad weather. A lot of the cities shut down early here, and looks like we got spared. I hope you guys did too. At your side of the woods and your side over there, Pat. Let me know, man. Hope you guys
it wasn't too bad.
weather.
Yep.
Yeah, because we were prepared for the worst again today, just like one day last week, and turned out okay. So
good.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. Really appreciate you. I know I didn't do much. Sorry for all the big scares and the attempted murders and all those things.
Well, my heart rate's up to 879 now.
Yeah. The great Pat S., the great Eric K., and the great Persia, my friends. Turo, thank you here for being here tonight. Matthew Pounder, thank you, sir. Great to see you. Appreciate you. Kal-El, buddy. Hungry Boy, my friend. Thank you so much, buddy. And I love that art, man. It's great stuff. Dad Man Walking, buddy. Turo, thank you for being here tonight. JD Lewis, good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. The great Steve Mitchum, who was here earlier. Oliver Belamonte, thank you for being here. Eric Carroll, thank you for being here. Zen Zoltan, thank you for being here. Zarak. Zarakot. Oh, I'm sorry, I always mess the name up. I apologize. But I always screw it up, man. Damn it.
I'm tough with the names too. So
who else was here? D Bud Brother and Phantom Outsider. Both good to see you both. Thank you both for being here. Comic Relief Crusader, buddy. Pop Culture Republic. Thank you. The great Max Redstone, who was here earlier. The great That 70s Rock Show. Thank you, my friend. Bull. We need to get 70s back on over here sometimes. Yep. And he needs to come to Geek It Out on a Sunday with us one of these days again.
That'd be fun, yeah.
It's too good for us now, I guess.
I think he was on last Sunday, I think, for a little bit.
No, sir.
Wasn't he? No, or was that 2 Sundays ago? 3 Sundays ago.
Been a while, man. Been a while. I think he's big time in this. Oh, shite. But anyway, I hope we didn't miss anybody, folks. Zachariah. I'm sorry, Zachariah. I'm an idiot, man.
And I did drop a new video earlier in the day, so I
Oh,
just put
yes.
the link in. Yep. So
Please,
quick 5-minute
put the
if
link.
you want to go look. I just put the link in. Yeah, and thank you, Eric, for putting the link in. Or D-Bud did for my channel. Thank you. But yep, just the new Star Wars dioramas. So if you want to cost yourself some money, they look pretty cool actually. So check out that video if you have a chance, guys.
Check out the new enabling video. Eric Carroll, thank you again. JT Kirk. And by the way, everyone here, look, we have a good buddy. I don't have his link. I don't have his link on me. I'm not prepared. Our good buddy Brandon, the anime guy, he keeps dumping in and out over 1,000. Mazerus, hello there.
Eric K. will get. I'm sure Eric K.
Hey there,
has
Mazerus.
his link. Yeah.
But if anyone has this link, I told him I would mention it, and I'm just now remembering. Please, if you have not already, please subscribe to Brandon, the anime guy, our good friend. And he is, like I said, he dropped
1,000, right?
He was over 1,000 and dropped back below it again. These YouTube screws with subs, and I know how it feels to get there and have it zip up and down. I hope maybe he was at 998 last I checked. He may all be over the hump again, but you never know.
Did that happen to you?
Thank you so much, Eric K.
You went over 1,000 and you dropped back a couple times or something.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Eric K, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. But please, any of you who have not, please go subscribe to our buddy. Mazerus, I did not see you come in earlier, by the way, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. If I missed anyone, you all know how senile I am. I apologize. Definitely never intentional. I'm so glad you're all here. But please go sub to our buddy Brandon, and let's help him out.
Great
there.
Guy, yep.
Yeah,
he's doing great now because he's actually his channel got an older channel got nuked, and he was only around 600. So as we're talking with Pat S, I think on Sunday Night Geekery.
Oh yeah, Sherry.
Maybe. Sherry,
lovely Sherry and Louise X Sparrow were here. Thank you so much. Love you, ladies. By the way, yeah, he's back over 1K. So.
Yeah, and but he could have given up, but he went back at it, and he's
he got it
doing
back
better at the new channel than the old. So, congrats to Brandon and great job.
Yep. And good. I hope he stays over that hump. And I don't know how he is on watch hours, but I'm sure he's. But hopefully he's there. So we're getting there.
It was interesting. So I was watching a stream today of StreamYards actually has a stream on how to use StreamYards and the ins and outs of it. And they were saying that your watch hours are not from live videos; they're from people watching your videos while you're not live. If I said that correctly, so say like the show tonight.
Wow!
None of this counts towards your watch hours unless people rewatch it, which is mind-boggling.
That's crazy.
Me. But so it's only these YouTube experts were saying it's only when the people watching the show when it's archived or not live, which is.
I need to start working on that then, because thank you all so much who are watching this on a rerun. On a rewatch. I really appreciate you. I always forget to mention you. We just do it. We wait because it just feels like it's such an organic thing when we're just talking to a live audience. We don't, and of course we're conscious of the fact that people do listen to these later. It's just you never a lot of time you don't think about it when you should probably. So I'm going to start trying to think about that a little bit more. I'm glad you mentioned it. So any of you who do happen to be listening on a later, on a repeat, I guess whatever you want to call it, and do so for my videos, any of my other streams or whatever, I cannot thank you enough, and I cannot express my appreciation enough. Really, really just. And I'd love to hear from you. So I don't get many comments or anything, but again, not that you have to. But anytime you ever want to just shout out and say that you are, thank you so much. And I've got a lot of work to do in the next Spinner Rack video. Hopefully, I'll be able to have it out by tomorrow. So I've got a lot of work to do left on that one. So thank you all so much. And of course, a big shout out to our wonderful first officer, R.M. Briggs. We love you, Raquel. And we will be back tomorrow night with her and our great science officer. Listen to me. You're
engineer.
Chief engineer.
Yeah, that's okay. You promoted
our chief engineer. Well, you can have both.
Yeah.
So
it's already going to be Thursday now. Wow. That's awesome.
So thank you all, everyone, and have a great rest of your evening.